What's going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. If you're watching this now, this was being recorded. I didn't feel like doing a live, but I'm really getting sick and tired of the stupidity of not only the average person, and this goes for, all people, not just black, white, Asian, and it's not going to have a particular group. This is a video for those who see the BS before it even happens. Now, everyone has been, all my videos have been being blocked or suppressed, and I'm gonna still keep making videos. They're marketing it or putting it to places where people really aren't gonna like what I'm saying. So, since that's the case, it's like, why do I do it? Because of the love and the passion of seeing the hypocrisy go on. Like, for instance, the media loves calling for Mike Tomlin's job, right? Mike Tomlin, or when Marvin Lewis was coaching, everybody was hating on Marvin Lewis, correct? However, nobody says diddly squat about John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh continues to get a pass. Greg Roman continues to get a pass, right? Nobody wants to bring up John Harbaugh. Nobody wants to talk about the defense of the Ravens. Nobody wants to bring up how Justin Herbert's team has underperformed this year. How Josh McDaniels has turned the team who was in the playoffs last year into complete bums this year. They're only mentioning that by a little bit, but they want to pile on. Nobody's talking about how Josh Allen's been cracking under the pressures, but yet they want to call out Lamar, a man who's won an MVP, but continues to be treated like he's not a quarterback or he's not good. Oh, Lamar has missed on deep throws. Could it be because he doesn't have the receivers? Could it be because the offense is so inconsistent and inept? Greg Roman did a press conference today. A press conference. Talking about the offense. Basically saying that, we had some technical difficulties, right? Technical difficulties on the offense today. That's what he said. Technical difficulties. But not one time coming to Lamar Jackson's aid. not even explaining fully, yet just giving you a whole bunch of BS that really didn't amount to nothing. The fans was like, what is he talking about? Talking about how the offense, it takes time and you have to look at certain things, you know. It's not just get out there and say, oh, let's just do this. No, we got to scan the field, scan all of that before we really send the play down there. Greg Roman sounded like I've been telling everybody for the past 2 seasons. Greg Roman doesn't know diddly squat on how to call plays, but yet he's up for a job to go to Stanford. So he's up for a job to go to Stanford. Who do you think's getting him that job? It's Lamar Jackson. But yet Lamar Jackson doesn't earn or can't get any money. However, you don't hear anybody complaining about Herbert. You got guys like punk-ass TJ, who's your mama, who's Missoula. I'm going to call his ass who's Missoula, because he don't know a Zula about what the hell he talking about. Talking about, oh, well, it's hard to find a Herbert, but you can find another Lamar Jackson. If you can find another Lamar Jackson, then how come I haven't seen any more like Lamar Jackson? You pretty hair-looking mother sucker. You goddamn bum. And I say it to your face. I don't give a damn where you from. You from Cali, right? I slap the Cali out your little tight braid wearing ass. And then you got Michael Vick Cooner, a.k.a. Mr. Coonery out here, talking about Deshaun Watson made his bed. He has to sleep in it. Did he get convicted? Did he go to jail? Huh? And then you got people making an excuse, oh, women aren't like sexual assault victims aren't taken seriously. They're not taken seriously because all you goddamn women keep lying on your cooter. You out here giving your cooter out for free, and then you want to yell assault when nothing goes your way or you're being promised a payday allegedly. It's funny to me how some of the victims had people against them coming out saying that it was a money grab, but yet they don't want to bring that up. They don't want to bring up how the Houston Texans helped bring some of the women or half the women to Deshaun Watson. But they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the struggles of Joe Burrow finally coming alive last week, but before that he's been playing like complete utter garbage. But nobody wants to bring that up. Nobody wants to bring up his losses, but yet they'll highlight Lamar Jackson when 3 out of the 4 goddamn games Lamar Jackson didn't lose. It was the defense. I'm going to blame the people who got their money. That defense should be getting blamed for being torched. Then you got Mike Vick talking about Lamar shouldn't take the deal. What Lamar Jackson ought to do, he shouldn't take the deal. Because, you know, you want weapons around you. Then how come Pat Mahomes keep getting weapons? Huh? Oh, you're going to say, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes makes everybody better. So you mean to tell me they didn't pick up any pieces for his offense? Huh? So that's what we doing now. We just basically just telling a whole bunch of nothing or a whole bunch of fronting, as I call it, because it's a whole lot of fronting, especially from these dumbass analysts. Then you got Michael Vick out here he done been bucked down, he done been broken so badly, he out here got a coon now. Talking about Lamar shouldn't take no money. Lamar should get whatever the hell's given to him. For them to say that you can't build a team around somebody that you paid all this money to is a goddamn lie. You still could build a team. Patrick Mahomes got the biggest contract. They still got a team. They still were able to keep Kelsey, who's probably the best or one of the best tight ends in the game. He still was able to get some running backs. He still was able to get some other receivers. You mean to tell me they can't sign no defensive guy? They signed some defensive guys this offseason. So all of a sudden, they just don't have any money when the money on the salary cap goes up every year. But leave it to them to tell you some more bull crap, right? And see, this is the stupidity that a lot of us are living by. We're living by the news and by the people telling us all these fibs and all these lies and stuff, instead of just doing our own research and being like, you know what? Maybe I ought to research some stuff. Maybe I ought to look into something that's going on. Like, why is it a double standard with coaches and all these players that we've been praising? Now you got dumbasses out here saying, oh, well, Tuna Fish is balling out now. Yeah, because they put a team around him. They helped the young kid out. They gave him a Tyreek Hill along with a Waddle. They added some offensive linemen. They added a running game with Mostert. Added some more running game by bringing in Jeff Wilson Jr. But Brian Flores couldn't get one stinking receiver last year. Couldn't get nobody. Couldn't get a chance. But everyone wants to blame him, saying it's poor coaching because they're winning. This coach all of a sudden getting all this love when Brian Flores built the damn defense. Built the defense, built the foundation of the team. This logic-looking mother sucker who ain't even black, he calls himself multiracial or biracial instead of calling himself black or white, but he basically says that he's biracial. They say, oh, he's a logic. No, he's a white boy. Just because you mix with black and white don't mean that you ain't white. Boy, you white. Does he hang out with his black cousins? Does he hang out with his black family? I bet you he don't. I bet you he don't. He gravitate to the white side, right? Because he looks white. He don't even look mixed to me. He look white. Got his hair all combed over, got his glasses on, looking like a damn nerd. Gets to inherit a team that Brian Flores built. Now everybody trying to say Brian Flores can't do nothing. Right, okay. We know basically what the game is. Don't act like the league ain't been helping the Dolphins either in some calls. Because they got to make them look good so they can basically keep submerging Brian Flores' case. So don't think that doesn't have anything to tie in. Don't think. But my thing is, nobody wants to call out John Harbaugh or Greg Roman, but Mike Tomlin gets the brunt of the blame when he never wanted Kenny Pickett. He wanted Malik Willis. But they gave him a white boy, like, nope, can't have a black quarterback. We'll give you Kenny Pickett. And not saying Kenny Pickett bad. I mean, Kenny Pickett is decent. But I just felt like Malik Willis in the long run would be a better option for that Steelers offense. But Pickett's going to be basically a game manager. And watch, he's going to get all the praise in the world when they start winning next year. Watch. Watch what I tell you. I know how this game is going. I know how it's playing out. I know what they're going to do. I know what they're trying to do. All of it is basically see-through. But it's funny to me, nobody's asking for John Harbaugh's job. But we killed Mike Tomlin. Excuse me. We killed Mike Tomlin when he doesn't have control over the personnel, doesn't have control over his coaching staff. He only was allowed to bring in Brian Flores because the Roonies basically said, well, we can't look all bigoted, so we got to bring in Brian Flores. And that's what they did. It's crazy. It's very crazy and it's very disrespectful how they submerged Brian Flores' case. And in the John Gruden case, they're not even bringing the John Gruden thing up. They're not even bringing up the Daniel Snyder thing, really. They trying to submerge it. When that Lamar Jackson tweet happened, all them boys was happy because they could take all the pressure off of Jerry and all of them. Right? Then you got Skip Baseless putting out all this stuff trying to say about Lamar Jackson. He's succumbing to the pressure. How is he succumbing to the pressure? He hasn't lost any games this year. The losses have been on the defense. He's only lost one game, which was the Giants game when he threw that bad pass, that pick. But defensively, you done put all this money into the defense and they ain't doing nothing. What have they done? Who has the defense stopped? Don't give me a couple flash in the pan moments. Tell me consistently who have they stopped. They haven't really stopped nobody. They really haven't closed. They've been easily able to be defeated. They're not even holding down the fort. They're not holding their water. You guys keep screaming out change, change, change. How are we going to have change and y'all not calling out everybody? Y'all only selectively picking people. Y'all falling for that LeBrownie James in the tailpipe bullshit. What the hell is going on? Y'all calling out that LeBrownie bull crap when all of that stuff was just fake. He fake. Everything he did was fake. It was a facade. It was bull crap. But yet, y'all didn't say anything about that. Y'all just whatever to that. Y'all fell for that bullshit. Y'all fell for the banana in the tailpipe. And look, man, if you fall for stuff like that, hey, that's you. Your ass love to be gullible. I'm sorry, I can't be gullible. I gotta call out the real stuff. I gotta call out the fake stuff. I gotta call out stuff. I can't just sit there and let something slide. For real. So, you know how it is. You know, I'm not doing nothing but telling y'all the truth. I ain't out here preaching, pastoring, or nothing. I'm just telling you guys the truth. Like, all these coaches get the blame, but none of these coaches, they not running a segment on. They gonna run a whole damn hour-long segment. Then Deshaun Watson came back. They trying to talk to him about off-the-field stuff after he done told them, look, man, I'm only talking football. Then they tried to tie in something with it, and it's like, look, man, this is football related. And Deshaun Watson has done his greatest job, his best job, you know, without having to snap. Because me, I'd have snapped. I'd have cussed all the reporters out. I'd have told them they could eat a stick for real. And I wouldn't apologize for shit. But that's me. That's why I wouldn't have a job in the NFL, or I wouldn't have a job for any network, because I'm going to be honest. A lot of this stuff is foolery. The Jews, foolery. They not the real Jews. The Israelites are. They're not. They ain't nothing but the son or daughters of Japheth, and they ain't nobodies. They did nothing but steal. They stole everything from hip-hop to blues to jazz to rock and roll to everything. They done stole it all. And yet, y'all still give these dudes a pass. Y'all still let it slide. It's a problem when we call that out. Y'all want us to get over it. But if we ran up and slapped one of you white boys in the mouth and took everything out your house, what you gonna do then? That one white dude, that one white punk-ass Jew who called Kyrie out. How about you come see me, white boy? Come get a round or two with me. I would love to fight your punk ass Jew self. I bet you ain't gonna last with me. You want to go after a peaceful man. Go after me. I ain't peaceful. I love the bullshit. I love it. Bring it to me. How about you bring that to my front door? You want to call out Kyrie. How about you go at the other Israelites' door? Why you ain't walk up to those group of Israelites who are outside of Brooklyn Nets Stadium? That was your perfect chance to say, man, I'll fight. Yeah, fight one of them. You ain't gonna do that. Yeah, your white ass gonna run back home with your tail between your legs. Get your head cracked, boy. You ain't gonna do nothing about that. I can't even think of his name. But Michael Vick, you a coon. The media, all of these people, they coons. They're not doing what they're supposed to do at all, which is punish justly, punish the people that need punishment. Don't punish the people who don't need it. Don't punish the people who are holier than thou. I get tired of that crap. And that's facts. That is facts. And that's the problem. We're too comfortable and we're letting too many things slide. We're not calling out the stuff we need to call out. And that's terrible. That's very terrible. Us as men and women should be calling out the stuff that are happening to our men and our women. That's what we should be doing. We should be creating our own platforms, creating our own stuff. But yet, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that at all, right? We can come together and we laughing, joking, playing a card game, strip club, smoking weed. We have a rotation. But as soon as we try to talk about something else, empowering our people, everybody gonna be like, man, don't nobody want to hear that. I remember Smackwater. Shout out to Smackwater. Smackwater did a skit where he showed Negroes ain't never happy. And he's right. We're never happy. He talked about how black folks, they say, oh, this is too much killing, too much stuff in the music. We need to change it up. Then, soon as he play a song with a rapper like a Talib Kweli or somebody speaking positive and truth, he goes into saying that a black person be like, man, get that bull it out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. That shit sound whack. Why it sound whack? Because he ain't talking about killing everybody, shooting everybody. Some of the most toughest people are those who never had to bust a gun, ain't never lived in the hood. Some people who don't live in the hood, they can fight. They've had to fight because everywhere they go, they're always said they're privileged or they get whatever. Like, people used to say that to me growing up. They like, man, y'all rich, man. You don't know nothing. Oh, y'all rich and that. I'm like, why I gotta be rich? We not rich, we're blessed. We're a blessed family. You guys think we're rich because you see us dress fancy, come up in nice stuff, because that's just how my mom is. My mom's a Leo. Leos love to dress to the flyest. They love to dress to the fullest. They love to make it a show. So that's how it goes. But see, instead of you saying, oh man, y'all rich, man, we could be rich together. All of us could be rich. All of us could be wealthy together. Why does it always take for one person to be rich and then nobody else could be rich in the black community? Everybody got to either play basketball or football to be rich, or any type of sport, or in any type of hip hop or music. Talking about shooting somebody up, of making these women sluts and all this stuff. You know, that's the stuff they love to promote. But as soon as we rap about something about closeness or coming together, they got to shut that down. You know, this is sad what's going on with the state of everything. You know, and that's sad, man. It's just sad. I just wish that we could do more. I just wish we strive for more. But it is what it is. However, however or whenever, you know, things get back to normal, things come together. And it's funny, I told y'all that Brett Favre thing, right? You see how they just submerged that story, right? They ain't talking about it at all. At all. So I just wanted to bring you guys something, how the double standard is, how John Harbaugh's not being called out, but they're calling out Mike Tomlin. They called out Flores, but the guy who's multiracial is basically doing a great job, I guess. Try to get some rest. But I'm going to holler at you guys, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box. Hit in that link to my Cashapp where you could donate whatever your heart's desire. Okay? When we have a live or premiere video, you guys can super chat. You guys can super chat. So, it is what it is. Thank you guys, man. I'm out. Deezy.